Alright, so here we are for match number 1 of this league. Gonna go ahead and play first, and I'm gonna keep. This hand is not insane, but it's certainly not bad. Uh, so I guess we just start up a preordaning. I really hope that I don't run into too many anti. We're gonna put these cards on the bottom, try to draw land. Okay. Too many like anti these decks, but if I do, there's not much I can do. Um, hmm. Not sure what that signifies. Bajuka Bug could be many things. Alright, so I'm just going to play the Baron more here and pass, and the reason for that is I can just use it later, and I'd rather try to, not screw myself on getting to 3 mana. Um, we can keep that in my hand for now. And compulsive research myself. Think twice, sure. Um, hmm. That's interesting. Do I discard the seat or do I discard the evolving wilds? And I think I discard the seat because the evolving wilds gets me the planes. So I think that's uh more needed. So it looks like we're playing against teachings. Teachings is a should be an interesting matchup. Let's go ahead and compulsive research again. See what we draw. Alright, this time we drew some pretty good cards. So now I think we can discard the Evolving Wilds because it's the worst land. Go ahead and play Demir Aqueduct, and hopefully my opponent doesn't have a way to return it to my hand. And I think we can discard the Baron more. Oh, I have to discard 2 cards? I don't want to discard the island. I don't want to discard the Drake either. And it looks like it discarded Snap for no good reason. Alright, I guess it chose. Snap is not a bad card to discard because I have Mnemonic Wall, but that's not what I wanted to discard. But thank you, Magic Online. I appreciate that. Alright. So my opponent could have Doomblade up. Um, I think since he can't counter my Peregrine Drakes, I just want to play them. The problem and play Muldrifter. The problem with that is like, you know, I can't cast. I can't play the Demir Aqueduct, but I think that's fine. I think just getting out 3 creatures here because I don't think he'll be able to kill all of them. And he have 6, which is interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hope that's all of them. Okay. So we could play another Peregrine Drake, and I think that's probably what we want to do, but I think actually I probably just want to play out Muldrifter, because he's probably just going to kill the Peregrine Drake, so I just want to keep the other one in my hand for now. Especially since with the Demir Aqueduct, it just gets better. Alright, so he had Disfigure up. It's fair. And, alright, so we have the combo. It's just a matter of can we actually get it out there. Alright, that sucks. Okay. I don't know if we win yet, though. I guess we'll have to find out. So... No, I don't think we win, because the problem is I have to... Actually, I might win. I think I pretty much do this anyway. So, 1, 2, 3... I can float a blue, and then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll be able to ghostly flicker him. This is very interesting. Hold on a second. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that I win this turn. So we're going to return the swamp. And do that. Play the Drake. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Probably should just return the island to make it easier on my life, but I didn't. So do that, and then we'll blink this, and I guess the land. Do I get an extra mana out of this? I do. Cool. 3, 4. Oh, nope, gotta get that. Yeah, the phantom clicking with Magic Online is really annoying. Go ahead and play that, and get back... I guess we could get back Compulsive Research, but we'll just get back Ghostly Flicker. Yes. Uh, 1 and 2. Get back Ghostly Flicker again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yes. And then play this guy out. And hopefully my opponent is gracious enough to concede. Yep. Alright. So, Teachings is not the greatest matchup, that is for sure. But the good thing about Teachings is that because of the mana, because a lot of their spells are double costed, and because Disfigure doesn't hit Drake unlike it would hit Cloud of Fairies, it can make it kind of annoying for them. So I'm going to take out the Lone Missionary for the Dispel. I'm going to take out a Nightscape Familiar, a couple of them, because we don't, for the two Duresses, we don't really need so many of them. We don't really need so many of these effects. Like, we don't really need to go off, like, incredibly quickly. We just need to go off. As you saw there, I was able to just go off with 5 lands, and my opponent didn't really have much in the way of removal, so I was able to go off anyway, even without them. That's the power of Peregrine Drake right there. We could take out the Seagate Oracle. I mean, the Seagate Oracle is not great. We could also take out a Mole Drifter, since Seagate Oracle kind of fills the same role. I don't think we want to take out Compulsive Research or anything like that. I think those are the best cards. I want to bring in the other Reaping the Graves. So that's the thing right now. I think we can take out the Seagate Oracle. I think we'll take out a Mole Drifter on the draw, and we'll keep in the Seagate Oracle and see how that goes for us. Like, Seagate Oracle being 3 mana and a creature that sticks in play around Chainer's Edict is really what entices me. But, that's mainly what it is. This hand's not terrible. I don't think it's mulliganable. I think we can just Evolving Wilds for an island and then still be fine. I'll just do it now, because who gives a crap? So, unfortunately, I can't Ghostly Flicker my opponent's land, or else that would be real gas. Alright, so we're going to get a Plains here, because I want to just push cards to the bottom in case I don't need them. Mnemonic Wall, I kind of want both of these cards, actually. Funny enough. So yeah, I think we just keep both of them. We'll put the Sea of the Synod in my hand in case my opponent just randomly goes Wrench Mine, of course. Alright. And I don't really want a Compulsive Research. I kind of just want to play out the Sunscape Familiar and play the Baron more to go on curve. My opponent probably will kill it. Maybe with Chainer's Edict, maybe with Doomblade. So we'll see. No, there's a Think Twice. If my opponent doesn't kill it, we almost win. Well, not win, but we're close to just going off. Yeah, my opponent has a Chainer's Edict. Okay. Stupid Chainer's Edict. Alright. I think here I'll just Compulsive myself. See more options before I decide to play the Evolving Wilds or not. Oh, negate. Okay. I mean, I'm not upset by that, so. Again, I'm going to play the Evolving Wilds because I want to keep the Sea of the Synod in my hand just in case. 4 mana for Deep Analysis. Okay. Didn't think my opponent would be playing Deep Analysis in their deck. Let's do this so we can have 6 afterwards. Get another island. I wish there was a way to... I gotta find out after this match if there's a way to just make your lands separate, because then it makes the stack much easier. Reaping the Graves. Okay, that's not terrible. I could get out Peregrine Drake, but I'm not really sure if that's good for me. Getting it out right now, for the simple fact that I can't really do anything with it. Like, I could play the Monocle and stuff, but it doesn't really get me anywhere. So I think here I'll just Compulsive Research myself again. Alright, so we'll just discard a land this time. And we'll put the Plains back in my hand to keep the Swamp. And we'll just pass the turn. So with the Reaping the Graves, we actually have a little bit of leniency. But, I don't want to depend too much on it. Because, could always just not work out. Another island. Okay. I think here I just play the land and then pass the turn and try to capsize at the end of turn and see what my opponent does. I think that's probably my best play. If my opponent goes for teachings here, oh no, they're just think twicing again. All right, well I'm just gonna capsize this back then, and just try to gain a little bit of ground on my opponent. You know, because capsize is such a fair card in Pauper. It's a good thing my opponent played Pachuca Bog now, because it would make Reaping the Graves a lot worse. That is something that you do have to consider, of course. Alright, so we'll play out the plains, and then we'll just pass the turn. We're going to try to capsize again. I just want to try to get a bit ahead of my opponent. If they counter it, it's really not that big a deal. Losing capsize isn't that big a deal to me. Yep, and they did counterspell it. Preordain. Alright. Alright, let's start off by playing Peregrine Drake. Yeah. And the reason for that is it's just to see what my opponent does. See if they have a remove soul or not. They do not. Do they have a kill spell? They do have a kill spell. Okay. One, two, three, four, five. See, this is why this is just misery on Magic Online. Alright, let's start off by preordaining, see what we get. We got the Sage Rose Denizen and Island. Well, we're going to keep the Denizen. And then could play Mnemonic Wall to get back Capsize. Like, I don't think getting back Peregrine Drake really matters right now. So, yeah. One, two, three, four, five. What is it? Control Z. Okay. Like, if they counter Mnemonic Wall and then somehow bounce the Pajuka Bog, it kind of screws me up a little bit, but it kind of just makes the game go longer, actually. Yeah, okay. We'll just play Mnemonic Wall. So, one, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five. And then I only have 2 mana, unfortunately, but I think that's fine. Floating a blue. I have Negate. Don't counter it. Or I have Spell Pierce. So I'll get back Capsize here to get back in my hand, and then we'll just pass the turn. Yep. Say go. So with this Reaping the Graves, I can be a little more lenient. I just have to be careful of this Pajuka Bog. That's all. Oh, my opponent went Duress. Okay, well that makes things a little bit more annoying. Oh, my opponent took Capsize, though. That's interesting. And they're flashing back Deep Analysis. And we drew Peregrine Drake. Well, things just got very interesting. Did we just win the game? I think we may have won the game. Assuming my opponent doesn't have, like, I guess Dispel or something. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play Peregrine Drake. Well, they're F6ing, so that's a good thing. Untap. We could play Denizen and into Reaping the Graves, I think, but that doesn't seem very good. So we'll just go Reaping the Graves. So in case he has Dispel, although I guess Dispel counters Ghostly Flicker anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. Target Mnemonic Wall. Okay. Okay. I have 4 mana. And then I'll have... Oh, I guess we'll see. I'm pretty sure I won. But I might be a mana off. I might have just been a little hasty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I win. I have exactly 3 floating. Yeah, I figured I won. Get back Ghostly Flicker. Yes. Target the two of you. Non-equal target stat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, since we don't really need it anyway. Yes. Get ghostly flicker. Yeah, he just concedes. I think he knew that I had Sage's. Oh, he saw the Sage's Rodenizen. I'm stupid. So yeah, you saw the power level of it. So Teachings, like I said, is not really that bad of a matchup because with Reaping the Graves and your Duresses and whatnot, you can just keep refilling. And it seemed my opponent drew kind of all the removal that they could, and then they had to spend all their time doing draw spells. The fact that they had a lack of blue at that one point with counterspell just wasn't a good mix. So that was match number 1. I hope you enjoyed, and join me back for match number 2. Stay tuned.